What is going on, you little assholes? Today I'm going to be giving my thoughts on The Last of Us Remake for PlayStation 5. This game, of course, came out on the PS3, then the PS4. I think it might have came out on the N64 and GameCube, too. And I'm sure it'll be out next gen on PlayStation 6, so be on the lookout for that. Will it ever catch GTA 5 for the most times a game has ever been released? We'll have to wait and see. I'm going to be talking about if I think this remake is worth $70. It's actually $80 here in Canada. Like, are you kidding me? $80 for a game nowadays? That is ridiculous. Do I think this remake is worth the full price? Let's get into this. So first things first, let's talk a little bit about the game itself. As I'm sure you all know, The Last of Us is one of the greatest video game experiences of all time. The story is captivating, the multiple twists and turns throughout, characters that you were unsure you'd like at the start of the game you come to love and can't get enough by the end. What sets this game apart from other post-apocalyptic games and just games in general is definitely the dynamic between the two main characters, Joel and Ellie. Not to mention the dialogue and character development from start to finish is superb. Guys, when a game can make you nearly shed a tear, who am I trying to fool? I'm no tough guy. I was crying my eyes out. If a game can do that to you within the first 30 minutes, you know you are in for an absolute treat. And honestly, if you've never played this game before, can I just say I am jealous as hell of you? I am seriously jealous of you. Can we switch bodies for one day or 1 week? Because if you've never played this game before, like, were you in a coma when this game originally came out in 2013? You must have been. But anyways, I am jealous of you because you get to play this and experience it for the first time on the PS5. But anyways, let's move on to the main reason I'm sure a lot of you are interested in this game, which are the visual enhancements. So graphically, I've always been impressed by what Naughty Dog has done with their games, from the Jak and Daxter franchise to the Uncharted franchise to the Crash games to The Last of Us. All their games look stunning and are always some of the best looking games for that time period. Hell, you can even go back to the original Last of Us on PS3 right now and it still holds up fairly well. Then you go to the PS4 version, which is 8 years old, and even that looks impressive. Maybe even better than some of the games we get nowadays. Honestly, I didn't even think this game needed a remaster or a remake or whatever we're calling this. And I'm gonna say this, right off the bat, you are going to notice most of the graphical changes in the cutscenes. It's a night and day difference between this edition and the previous ones during the cutscenes. I recently saw an interview from the developers at Naughty Dog saying that they actually built some of the character models during the cutscenes from the ground up. I know they mentioned Sam and Henry, and you can tell that they move a lot more fluid and naturally. Something that was a little bit weird to me is the facial animations at certain points. Almost felt like they were too expressive or too animated at inappropriate times. What I mean by that is the facial expressions weren't matching the things that the characters were saying or the tone of their voice. I should also mention that some of the characters almost seemed like completely different people from a look standpoint. Like Tess most noticeably. If she didn't have the same voice, I would have been like, bitch, who the hell are you? As far as gameplay goes, you can notice changes here and there, and it does look prettier, no doubt, but the changes are a lot more subtle. They changed some of the environments and added more detail to a lot of the areas for sure. A lot of it really didn't seem entirely necessary. Now, I saw some people upset that Naughty Dog was claiming that the entirety of this game was built from the ground up, when it doesn't feel or seem that way, and I think it's honestly understandable that people are saying this. The gameplay feels exactly as the original did, not to say that's necessarily a bad thing, as the mechanics still feel pretty good even today, but definitely didn't improve much, if at all. I was actually kind of hoping that we would see them incorporate The Last of Us 2 gameplay into this remake, but that just wasn't the case. Another thing that I should note is that it doesn't seem that the AI has improved from the PS3 or PS4 version. Seems the exact same, very stupid, non-responsive to what you're doing, whether it's the infected enemies or the human enemies. So the question at hand is, do I think this game is worth full price? This is going to depend on a few things. One, have you played this game before? Because if the answer to that is no, then fuck yeah, this is worth it. No question, you are in for an absolute blast. The second kind of people wondering if they should buy this game or not are die-hard fans who probably played this game 45 times on the PS3 and another 17 times on the PS4. I don't even think I have to answer that for you guys. I'm sure you guys already have 5 copies pre-ordered and you're going to pick it up in 5 minutes. So I'm not really talking to you guys. I know you're going to buy the game. The people I really want to talk to here are the ones on the fence. The ones that have played this game before and want to play it again but are unsure if they should spend full price on it. You know, you have one leg over the fence and your ass is kind of hanging on the other side. I think you guys should wait. I really do. Just like me, you're going to notice some changes, but it's nothing substantial enough to warrant $70 being spent. I saw a bunch of other people online saying that this classifies more as a remaster than a remake, which you could definitely make an argument for. Now, if you can get this game for $40 on the other hand, absolutely, positively, without a shadow of a dick, pick it up for that price, even if you've played it countless times before. So yeah, I'd say just wait for a price drop and grab it if you were hesitant about it right now. And if you're somebody that hated the second game and want to forget it ever existed, then hey, grab it when there's a price drop, probably in a month or two, and you'll completely, without a shadow of a doubt, forget the sequel ever came out. Probably not, but let's try to. One last thing I want to talk about, and it's gonna be a little bit of a rant. You can click off the video right now if you don't want to hear this, but where in the shit fuck of an asshole is my frickin' Factions multiplayer? Seriously, where's Factions multiplayer? How are you gonna release this game beautiful, sexy, on the PlayStation 5, and then say, hey guys, no multiplayer? Sorry. Honestly, I want to throw something. Can I throw something? Oh shit, fuck. I kind of expected there to be no multiplayer because The Last of Us 2, I'm actually more mad that The Last of Us 2 didn't have a Factions multiplayer than this remake. Either way, I don't know what their problem is or like why they just insist on not giving us Factions multiplayer. Like, it was one of the more underrated multiplayers that I've ever played. I loved the hell out of it. It was slower paced, you didn't really have to think too much. It wasn't like super competitive or hardcore or anything like that. The maps were all good. You could play it with your friends, you could play it alone. It was just a ton of fun, and I am seriously disappointed that we haven't seen it. Not only in the second game, but also now in this remake. But yeah, that was just a little bit of a tangent that I wanted to touch upon. Final thoughts, I do think that this is a decent remake. I just don't know if it qualifies exactly to be a remake. It seems more like a PS5 remaster. Do I think you should buy it? If you haven't played this game since the PS3 era, then probably. If you haven't played it ever, definitely. If you played the PS3 and PS4 version, then maybe wait until it's a little cheaper. Beat the main story in about 15 hours. If you're a completionist, probably around 20 hours. And if you're playing it on the hardest difficulty, which is grounded, let me just say, you're gonna get your ass kicked. You'll probably finish in about 25 to 30 hours, maybe even longer. Let me know down in the comment section what you guys are thinking of this remake. I've seen, this is very polarizing. Like, I've seen online, some people are loving it, some people are absolutely excited for it and definitely getting it day one, and then other people are like, nah, I might grab it, but it's not worth full price. I understand that point of view as well. I bought it day one because I wanted to make this video and get 2,000 views on it, so leave a like on this video if you enjoyed, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you're new, and I will catch you guys later. Peace.